In a few weeks from now, elections to the 17th Lok Sabha will get underway. It's time to take stock of what was promised and what was delivered. Starting today, every Friday, we'll bring you the Modi Years, a series which recaps the major policies, milestones and controversies of the BJP government. Building 100 smart cities was an election promise of the BJP in 2014.
अर्बनाइजेशन को एक अवसर मानना चाहिए, विकास के अंदर उसको एक महात्मा के स्वीकार करना चाहिए। क्यों न हमारे देश में 100 नए शहर बने, आधुनिक शहर बने, वॉक टू वर्क कंसेप्ट के रूप में बने, स्मार्ट सिटी बने।
After coming to power, the Modi government allocated 7,060 crore rupees for this purpose in its first budget.
The Prime Minister has a vision of developing 100 smart cities as satellite towns of larger cities by modernizing the existing mid-sized cities. To provide the necessary focus to this critical activity, I have provided a sum of rupees 7,060 crores in the current fiscal.
It formally launched the Smart Cities mission in June 2015 with an allocation of 48,000 crore rupees. Over the next 2 years, 100 cities were selected for central grants of 500 crore rupees each. So, what is a smart city? The mission guidelines acknowledge there is no universally accepted definition of a smart city, but the mission objective is described as promoting cities that provide core infrastructure and give a decent quality of life to its citizens, a clean and sustainable environment, and application of smart solutions. The core infrastructure must include a short supply of water, power, sanitation, solid waste management, public transport, and affordable housing, especially for the poor. The smart solutions are largely technology-based interventions such as traffic management using cameras and public transport using mobile applications and the global positioning system. But critics say the mission is creating smart enclaves at best. Analysis by the Center for Policy Research shows small slices of land benefiting small fractions of the population in the selected cities are set to claim 80% of the total funding under the Smart City mission. Analysis by the non-profit Housing and Land Rights Network shows many of the winning cities' proposals do not contain anything for marginalized sections and do not even mention affordable housing. 1 in 6 city residents, remember, lives in a slum. Progress in implementing the mission has been slow. Only 1.83% of the funds released by the government had been utilized till March 2018. How are smart city projects funded? The cost of the winning proposals ranged from a little over 777 crore rupees for Port Blair to around 6,200 crore for Chandigarh, later revised to 5,600 crore rupees. Each city gets 500 crore rupees of central funds matched equally by the state as seed funding. It must raise the rest of the money independently to implement its plans. The ministry's document on the financing of smart cities lists a number of ways a local body can raise funds: user charges, public-private partnerships, borrowing from financial bodies, municipal bonds, and convergence with other schemes. The Pune Municipal Corporation issued municipal bonds in June 2017, a move that came with increase in taxes and user charges. In Udaipur, citizens protested against a 5-fold increase in charges for water and electricity. Analysis by the Center for Policy Research shows that almost 70% of the funds are sourced from public sources. In the winning proposals in successive rounds, there is a reduction in reliance on market-based sources of finance. What forms can the development take? Smart city development can take 2 main forms: area-based development, which is limited to small pockets of urban territory, and pan-city development, which extends to the entire city. Now, area-based development can range from retrofitting, which is installing services and utilities within a pre-existing colony, or redevelopment, that is wholesale razing of existing development to rebuild, or greenfield projects, setting up of a smart area and a previously vacant one. While some cities such as Bhubaneswar has settled mainly on retrofitting, Bhopal has undertaken a complete redevelopment of its project area. Most pan-city development projects involve the use of technology, information and data to improve services. In many cities, this is translated into mobile application-based, GPS-enabled public transport and bike-sharing systems. According to the ministry's website, area-based development projects across the 100 cities are worth 1,64,204 crore rupees, while the pan-city ones amount to just 38,914 crore rupees. This is why the Housing and Land Rights Network has criticized the mission as the Smart Enclave scheme. What's the progress so far? Despite cities having some plans ready from even before they are selected, progress has been slow. Till February 2017, just 3% of the approved projects had been completed. By July 2018, this had gone up to 21.56% of approved projects. By December 2018, the number of completed projects had risen to close to 33%. Who runs smart cities? To implement the smart city projects, the winning city needs to set up a special purpose vehicle in the form of a company under the Companies Act 2013. Special purpose vehicles were also formed under the Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission, the UPA government scheme which was the precursor to the Smart Cities mission. Multiple companies were created for the implementation of specific projects, mostly infrastructure ones. Under the Smart Cities mission, however, only one company is formed to handle every type of project in a particular city. For example, the Bhopal Smart City Development Corporation will own and manage everything from roads, sanitation, housing and parking in certain areas of the city, which will no longer come under the purview of the Bhopal Municipal Corporation. Each company's board will have nominees of the Government of India, the state government and the municipal corporation. Private parties and financial institutions investing in the company can be members, provided the majority membership lies with the government. The special purpose vehicle does not require any elected representative. Urban development experts and activists say this creates a potential conflict with the municipal corporation, an elected body whose members are answerable to the public. The Smart City mission appears to bypass the democratic process, Persis Tarapurwala, a researcher currently pursuing her PhD on this subject, said. In Bhopal, there has been friction between the Smart City Corporation and local politicians. In Pune, however, elected representatives have been included in the board. Activists fear that the functions of the municipality will slowly shift to the Smart City company and the private members on the board would gain enough power to influence all aspects of governance. Who gets space in smart cities? The Housing and Land Rights Network studied the smart city proposals from a human rights perspective and found questionable approaches to migrant labor and the homeless. While some cities proposed to build shelters and low-cost accommodation, others advocated strict action against any forms of squatting and encroachment. The proposals lack concrete plans on how housing will be provided to the urban poor and the most marginalized individuals, groups and communities. On the ground, the project has led to evictions and displacement in several cities.